Thank you for tuning in. It's so good to see you this bright Sunday morning. At least here it's bright in New York City. So welcome wherever you are tuning in from. Augustus L. Great to see you. Pop Sock Puppet. Hello. Welcome. This is my friend Oliver Owl. Hoo. I'm feeling a little bit better after having my double macchiato. That is a very, very strong coffee. And the reason I need that is, are there any kiddos out there that know some fun facts about owls? What's that you say? Yes, that's right. I am nocturnal. That means that I sleep during the daytime hours. But Esther sometimes wakes me up out of my big tree, which is located at Riverside Park at 105th Street. Do visit me sometime if you are living here in New York City. I love visitors. Esther will rouse me from my deep slumber just so I can come and say hello to all of you. So after having my very strong coffee, I might consider singing a song with Esther. Oh, I hope you do, Oliver. And everybody, by the way, I am wearing some jewelry, some beads that I got from New Orleans. I just took a trip to New Orleans earlier this week. Well, I guess it was last week. We went for 5 days and it was so much fun. We saw a lot of music. Yes, I was very upset that you didn't bring me along. Okay, next time. But I'm so excited because I got to meet one of my idols, George Porter, who is the bass player for a band called The Meters, and they're from New Orleans. And he actually played a Meters song, and the Meters are very influential to me because that means that listening to their music gave me ideas for writing some songs for Thunder and Sunshine. Oh my goodness. Should we sing a Thunder and Sunshine song right now? I think that's a great idea, Oliver. Yes, why don't we? Thank you, Pop Sock Puppet. Yes, these are, let's talk about the colors of Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras colors are purple, which is one of my favorite colors. And then there's green. Here's green, right? And then there's yellow or gold. Here's yellow. So these are the traditional Mardi Gras colors. And if I showed you exactly how many beads we got from, we went to 2 different parades, you wouldn't even believe the number of beads that we got. I can't even wear all of them. If I wore all of them, you know what would happen to me? I would sink from the weight of all the beads that we collected. So yeah, we have a lot of beads and we're gonna have a lot of fun with them because we're going to reuse them, right? We caught these when they were throwing them from the parade floats, and I'm going to be using them as costumes and props for a video that we're planning to shoot soon. That's right, Esther has a new single coming out. It's going to be coming out on Earth Day. Earth Day is April 22nd. But every day really should be Earth Day because we should be thinking about the earth. You know, the trees are my home, especially the big oak tree on 105th Street in Riverside Park. Again, please do visit me if you live in New York City or if you're visiting New York City. I love visitors, preferably after midnight. That's a little late for people to be in the park. Okay, well, you can wake me up. I'll make an exception if you're visiting. Just bring me a double macchiato if it's during the daytime hours, because I will be a bit groggy since I am nocturnal. Okay, enough about that. You guys ready for a song? I'm going to sing a song with Oliver. So again, if you are just joining, hi. So happy to have you all here. So the song that I am going to be singing here as a duet with my friend Oliver Owl is a song that I wrote for my band Thunder and Sunshine. And we recorded this album back in 2017, or I guess that's when it was released. And it is a song about Oliver and all of his animal friends. And it is called, you want to tell them what it's called? I would like you to guess what it is called. What is the sound that I make? What is the sound that an owl makes? What's that? I can't quite hear you. Oh my goodness, yes, I hear you over the Instagram waves. Whoo, whoo, whoo. And that is the name of the song. Okay, let me cue it up here. Hopefully the volume is good. Oh, I should say, if you have any shaker instruments, or you could just stomp your feet, clap your hands, shake some beads if you have them. Look, these are almost like a percussive instrument in themselves, right? Okay, here we go. Ready? Let me cue it up. High up in the tree, he only comes out at night, looking for mice to eat. Squeak, 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 goes the mouse, running from that owl. She passes through the grass and into the barn to hide among the fowls. Squeak, 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 squeak. Neigh, 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 goes the horse, shaking off those flies, gallops across the green, green grass where all the cows reside. Neigh, 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 neigh. Moo, 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 goes the cow, grazing in the fields. Later on she goes back to the barn to be milked and fall asleep. Moo, 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 moo. To the mouse, the horse and cow. Every animal has a function in the world. They have to live together, just like you and me. Croak, croak, goes the toad sitting by the pond. He hops up and down and all around the duckies and the swan. Croak, 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 croak. Quack, 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 goes the duck, gliding with such ease. When the weather gets cold, she flies south above the birds and the bees. Quack, 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 quack. Buzz, 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 goes the bee, hovering by the hive. Makes all that sweet honey and keeps the flowers alive. Buzz, 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 buzz. Woo, 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 goes the owl on a branch above those bees. When the sun goes down, he wakes up, 'cause it's nighttime once again. Ooh, 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 ooh. To the duck, the bee, and owl. Every animal has a purpose and a place. They must respect each other, just like you and me. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Neigh, neigh, neigh. Moo, moo, moo. Croak, croak, quack, 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 buzz, 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 ooh, 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 squeak, 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 neigh, 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 moo, 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 croak, 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 quack, 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 buzz, 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 ooh. I have a croaky voice because I'm still feeling a little groggy since it's daytime hours. Oh, goodness me. But Having that double macchiato and being roused from that deep slumber was worth it, just to come and sing this song and see all of you through the cyberspace of Instagram. Yes, Instagram. Social media is good for some things. It brings us together from all different parts of around the world. Yes. Oh, thank you very, very, very much, Ozzy. Thank you for tuning in. And everybody else who is here. Great to see you all. I'm waving. Yes, I'm waving back at you. That's me waving. And now I am afraid that I must have a huge, hot mug of chamomile tea and lull myself back to slumber by binge watching The Voice in my huge oak tree in Riverside Park at 105th Street. Again, that's Riverside Park at 105th Street. Please, please do visit me sometime. And again, if it is during the morning or daytime hours, please do bring me a double macchiato, or else I may not wake up and hang out with you. That's the deal, folks. And better yet, visit me after midnight, although Esther has a good point. That might not be very safe to be in Riverside Park after midnight. No. But they'll see you again sometime with me. That's right. Yes, it's been a while, so please bring me out again sometime. I will, Oliver. I know I've missed you. Okay, but don't go anywhere because Esther's going to read a classic story for you right now, everybody. But I must bid you adieu. Toodaloo! Safe journeys back to the oak tree in Riverside Park. Oliver, thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye, toodaloo. Okay, everybody. I'm still here, and I hope you are too. These are my Mardi Gras beads. I just went to New Orleans, and it was so much fun. I think I'm finally recovered from it, though. I have a little bit of a groggy voice because I actually performed late last night. Am I crazy? Because I am doing this on like 5 hours sleep, but you know what? I wanted to see all of you, and I wanted to commit to this Sunday song and story hour. Okay, so why don't I stop my yapping? I'm glad there's a lot of big kids out there. I hope there's some little kids too. But you know what? Everybody will be entertained by this classic story I'm about to read because it's just so much fun. Here we go. It's called Caps for Sale. But before I read this, actually, I want to say we're still in Black History Month. My belief for that is that it's really Black History Year, Black History Lifetime. This is America. America is Black History, right? But having said that, I urge you all to check out some content on YouTube. Friends of mine who are also in kids music have some brilliant, brilliant content. I'm just going to name two. There's lots more than just two. But we've been really enjoying Kimberly Stewart Music. That's the name of the channel, I'm pretty sure. Kimberly Stewart Music. She's got some great episodes just dedicated just for Black History Month on her channel. And also Fuchs. He's been creating, both of these artists have been creating fabulous, fabulous content for kids, historical content, music, and Kimberly is also very funny. So you should check out both of those channels. Fuchs, F-Y-U with an umlaut, T-C-H, and Kimberly Stewart Music. Okay, here we go. This has nothing to do with Black history, but I'm reading it because it's a very funny book. And it's a very old classic book celebrating 75 years. So this is called Caps for Sale. Does anybody know this book? Here we go. Caps for Sale by, I'm not going to be pronouncing this right. Let's see. Esther Slobodkina. There we go. Caps for Sale. It's a Reading Rainbow book. Anybody is old like me and remembers Reading Rainbow? Okay, here we go. Caps for Sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, But he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. Look at how silly that is. First, he had on his own checked cap. Then a bunch of gray caps. Then a bunch of brown caps. Then a bunch of blue caps. And on the very top, a bunch of red caps. And here's where I have to tell you a cute little personal thing. My son Vincent, who's 8 years old now, when he was very little, he established that orange was his favorite color, so I had to keep changing the red cap to orange. And it kind of looks like an orangey red anyway, right? But for the purposes of sticking to the words, I'm going to say red. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street, and he walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset any of his caps. Have you ever held something, either you have something on your head like he does and you have to walk very, very slowly, or you're carrying something in your hand that's very fragile. Maybe it's like a glass of something that's very full and you have to walk very slowly, right? So that's what he's doing. He's walking very slowly. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. Look at that tree. Wow. Oliver already flew back to his tree, but if he were here, I would ask him if his tree looks anything like this. I just love the colors of this book, right? Because there's only a few colors in this book, and I love that the tree is white. It just looks so cool, doesn't it? He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap. Now, this is a very good book to teach kids about colors. Checked is like two different colors, like black and white, right? You can see there. That's his own checked cap there. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Does anybody notice something about this picture, though? What happened to all his caps? Uh-oh. This is where the conflict of the story comes in, right? But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked in back of him. No caps. He looked behind the tree. No caps. Uh-oh. Then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? Does anybody have a guess? Now, if you know the story, that's cheating, so don't say anything. What's up in the tree? Ooh! Oh my goodness, look at that. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Oh my goodness. Look at all these monkeys. Look at all the caps. They're actually pretty cute, aren't they? But do you think that he's happy that all these monkeys have his caps? What do you think? I don't think so. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking his finger at them. You give me back my caps. You monkeys, you give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, uh-oh. This made the peddler angry. So he shook both hands at them and said, you monkeys, you give me back my caps. But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, uh-oh. They're having a little bit of a battle here, aren't they? Now he felt quite angry. He stamped his foot. Anybody out there want to do this with us? With me? Stamp your foot. Well, with me and him. Stamp your foot and raise your fist in the air. And say, you monkeys, you better give me back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, zzz, zzz, zzz. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stamped both his feet and shouted, you monkeys, you must give me back my caps. You stamp with me? Ah. Hi, Matt. But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh boy, so Onola was great. Matt, sorry, I'm taking a tiny break to tell Matt about Nola. And yeah, see all the beads I got? I got so many more than these. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. Look, that's called frustration. Frustration, right? He took his cap, threw it to the ground. Oh boy. What's going to happen now? What do you think's going to happen now? Let's find out. But then each monkey pulled off his own cap. Oh boy. Look at him looking up at them. And all the gray caps and all the brown caps And all the blue caps and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. Look at that. Look at that. They look like frisbees or something, right? So they're all flying out of the tree now. See, the monkeys, they were just imitating him, right? Imitating means mimicking. It means they were copying him. So everything that he did when he got mad and shook his fist in the air, they did the same thing. When he stamped his feet, they did the same thing. And then when he threw his cap off, he didn't realize they were going to do the same thing. So he actually did the right thing by doing that, right? So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the blue caps, then the brown caps and the blue caps and the red caps. See, there they are, all the caps. He got all his caps back. And the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly, he walked back to town calling, caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. And that's the end of one of my favorite stories. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a very old-fashioned one. A very, very old story. When I was a kid, I had this book. So everybody, thank you so much for joining in today. I hope that I can get Ethel, my Aunt Ethel. I think she might be guesting again next weekend. So, oh, hi, Teddy. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope everybody's doing well out there. And come back next Sunday at 11 a.m. I'm pretty sure that my Aunt Ethel is going to be here. And she always has something fun planned, so make sure you tune in. She likes to play the piano, so maybe she'll do a song on the piano for you all. And happy Mardi Gras, which is Tuesday. And everybody stay safe and healthy and happy and make music and be kind. And yeah, I'll see you all hopefully in a week. Mwah! Bye-bye. Waving back at you, Teddy. Bye-bye.